What's up? Um, First time doing this. Just wanted to do this for, I guess, fun. I'm kind of doing this because I pretty much want to. At the same time, I kind of don't want to. But I mostly want to do it. Why? Because I think it's interesting. I'm just going to be doing this in parts from the title of the video. This might be separated into multiple parts. These are going to be like low quality videos. I'm just really trying to get to the point. Um, so when I say low quality, I just mean like I'm just going to be saying if whatever makes sense in my head, I'm just going to use that. Um, Obviously, if that didn't make sense. So I'm gonna start off with Luffy. Like I said in the title, Luffy versus Naruto, just speed. Who wins in speed alone, right? So this is from QUORA. I'm gonna just see what this guy says, just to see if it makes sense. If it does, well, you know, I'll put his link in the description below. You can look at it, so I can give credit to the guy. So. Simple attacks like that are useless. Grr, damn it, I can't follow his movements. So NL has the Rumble Rumble No Me, which is stated to be like lightning speed. Some people say it's not lightning speed. He says NL is a lightning Logia, so therefore he moves as fast as lightning. And Luffy couldn't keep up with the guy that moves at lightning speed. This is actually interesting that this is the first thing that's brought up. I've actually been rewatching One Piece. And I was gonna rewatch Naruto as well, but I started off with One Piece because One Piece is much longer. It's actually funny that he says that Luffy mid-fight with Kuro got much faster in terms of reaction speed and movement speed to the point where Luffy was able to grab Kuro in his pussyfoot maneuver, and well, in the anime they call it pussyfoot, and they also call his secondary movement called out of the back attack. And it's very funny that he says that Luffy can't keep up with this guy. Prior to this, he actually fought Foxy, who was also who had light speed beams. But this is different because this is movement. So like Foxy had light speed attacks, and then NL had um, lightning based movement. But let's continue on. Even if I was to play along with that, I would improve Luffy is slower than lightning. NL being made of lightning doesn't mean he caps out at lightning or will be forced to move at the speed of lightning for his entire life. This is true. This is another thing. This is actually a really good point. I super agree with what he just said. This makes a lot of sense because someone is lightning speed doesn't mean it caps out. They could increase, it could decrease, they could move slower at one point in a fight. If we're just looking at this from a fight perspective, somebody could move faster or slower depending on the scenario. They may have to think about it a little bit more. But if it's true, it's true. If you're just taking into consideration like reaction speed alone, if you can't move out of the way, then reaction speed is nothing. Like you can react to something, but if like you'll probably sometimes hear in an anime where somebody will say, I can't really quote an anime. I feel like maybe I might be wrong, but maybe Bleach something along these lines are said, or maybe other animes, but sometimes they'll be able to react, but their movement is not there yet. I think Ichigo says something along these lines when he's fighting QUORA, right? Where he's like, he's slowly catching up with his speed reaction-wise, and he's slowly getting faster, right? So, I was actually, my point is, point of what I'm trying to say is, Luffy actually can get faster mid-fight. Like, he can get faster reaction speed-wise, uh, combat speed wise, movement speed wise, whatever you'd like to say. He gets faster and or stronger as shown in the Kuro fight, and he does beat NL, so you could argue that he does get stronger he gets stronger and faster as he's fighting NL. This is a pre-time skip Luffy, by the way. Like this guy is like a fourth rate Kage right here, and this is Naruto. But this Naruto is a lot slower. It doesn't make sense. It's more logical to assume that just makes his natural speed lightning. His speed at the bare minimum is lightning off the bat. Yeah, I would agree, because it's what he becomes the moment he eats. The devil fruit, I have a post that covers something similar for Kizaru that would also apply to NL. Mateo's answer is to Luffy. To is Luffy close to light speed in terms of combat speed? If so, then that would mean Kizaru still has the best speed in terms of combat, travel, and reactions, while Luffy and other characters just have low travel speed. Bruce Lee. Now here's the thing, fan-made translation from Kiss Manga. This translation, which is usually considered the correct translation, electrocution isn't the only way to use lightning. If I know that won't work, there are ways. There are other ways of fighting. Attacks won't work either. Darn it, he's got that power that lets him read my moves too. So it's different, right? So this Luffy says he's talking about mantra here, right? So I was actually saying before, mantra actually would allow you to read. Not only could I read your moves, but I'd be able to react a lot faster. So in terms, I would say you're accelerating to the location a lot quicker, because, or yeah, you're pretty much gonna get there a lot quicker than you would normally. So from point A to point B, right? If let's say I'm anticipating your attacks, and let's say I'm not able to read the future, but I'm just anticipating your attack. Let's say I know you're gonna throw a right punch, right? And I'm already I'm already moving my way out of, like, the punch, right? So let's say you're throwing a right punch. So I'm going to continue to move to the right, thinking, like I'm just gonna slightly go, like, you're probably gonna end up throwing the punch around here, right? I'm moving forward and I fucking, just knock you in the jaw, right? Only because I anticipated maybe I have like you know, some instinctual fucking powers happening at the moment, right? But with mantra is like, I don't. It kind of eliminates this anticipation, and you're just able to see what's gonna happen before it happens. Even if you've never seen the person ever before, you can literally just, like, you just know what's the right move to do. It's like, imagine playing chess and knowing what the person's gonna do, and therefore you just counter every single time. So it's like, it's much faster than just normal anticipation. Like, anticipation is like you're waiting for the person to do like the next move, but in this case it would be different, because it's like NL can read his moves, so this would make him, in a sense, even much faster than lightning speed, because he's gonna be able to get to point A to point B. Like, if he were, let's say he didn't have the mantra powers, right, and he was just fighting Luffy. Luffy would actually have an easier time trying to hit him. Why? Because now that he just has anticipation, now he's just waiting for Luffy's next move, instead of just moving to where he needs to be at that moment so he can then hit Luffy, if that makes any sense. Luffy was getting frustrated because he was having a hard time working around NL's mantra that was allowing him to predict Luffy's movements. This also makes much more sense because we literally see Nami and Usopp dodging NL's lightning. So I can't. I want to use. Wait. Look at this huge glass ball. I wonder if it will. Usopp, look. It's the. I want to use that to get out. You mean you want to jump off? Yes, there's a part of the forest with really soft cloud. I can land there. Really? Pia, Usopp had his back turned, and Nami's attention was focused on Usopp as they discussed escaping the ship on the waiver, and yet they both dodged it at the last second. Anyway, so some people say there's outliers, chalk bubbles. I always said this wasn't an outlier. I say, you gotta remember, these guys are like anime characters, so like they're gonna experience like some fucking crazy shit happening like most of the fucking time, especially in the One Piece world. Redirecting their attack with electrical current. This is a feat done using great knowledge over weathers. Yahaha. Unfortunately, that trick won't work. If I throw a big one like this that you can't predict the travel path for. Isn't that right? I'm a busy man, so farewell. This is the end. Right? And this is Nami too. Like this is actually hilarious too. Like let's say this is like Rei Kage. Like this attack is Rei Kage. She just dodged like Rei Kage pretty much. Like isn't Rei Kage like stated to be lightning speed? According to like Death Battle or something. Or he's like light speed or something. He's like lightning speed or like light speed, but depends how much he's increasing his speed. No one will rescue you because I am taking care of you here and now. If I stay here, I will die for sure. I have to test my luck and jump. The enemy uses thunder. What should I do? I think the point is clear. Even Skypiea, Nami, and Usopp are faster than lightning. But that's enough for me. Believe it or not, someone literally told me that based off that, Nami and Usopp from Sky above Luffy in speed based off of those feats, and I cannot just assume Luffy is faster. What? You can't assume that Luffy is faster? First off, Luffy has always been faster and stronger than both Usopp and Nami. Like the strongest people on their crew is literally Zoro and Sanji. Like Nami is normal compared to Sanji. Like I don't like Sanji was raised. Fuck, I forget their goddamn name. But like Sanji was literally raised in like the worst fucking environment ever. With fucking damn. Germa? Yeah, Germa. Germa 66 or whatever the fuck they're called. 69. What are they called? Germa 69? Germa 69? It's like, no, like Luffy has always been faster than Nami and Usopp. That's like saying that's like saying Usopp is faster than Luffy because he can react to lightning just because no. Like Luffy's always been reacting to fucking very fast attacks. He's reacted to Kuro, he's reacted to fucking Foxy, he's reacted to NL, he's reacted to Kuma's light projectiles. He's reacted to light speed based attacks. He's fought Rayleigh in the pre or post time skip, whichever you'd like to say. Well, in the post time skip, it shows the flashbacks of him fighting. In the anime, it shows Gear 4th Luffy fighting Rayleigh, and Rayleigh shitting on Gear 4th Luffy, which would before I even get into that, but yeah, like no, that's ridiculous. That makes no sense. Luffy's fast. He's definitely one of the fastest. Like it was also stated by Oda, if I'm correct. I would have to find that directly. Oda states the speed of the Straw Hats. I think it was a race, which would only no fuck Macy's One Piece. I'm pretty sure he put Sanji first. When they run a 50-meter race. No, he put Brook first. It's hard to answer. Oda, Brook, Sanji, Luffy, Chopper, Zoro, Usopp, Nami, Robin, Frankie. Yo, it's kind of funny. No, this is a 50-meter race though, right? This is travel speed. Are we assuming that they're all in base? They put Frankie last. I could see Brook being faster than Luffy. Only because of the shit where he's like running on water. Which what does that put him like if you could run on water, what is that? Running on water. just say how fast someone have to go. I know I'm just taking like one side, but you know, if it makes sense, it makes sense. Fuck you. No, this is like using actual fucking. How fast? No. How much water do you drink? Yada yada yada. Water fasting. How to run? No. Motherfucker's actually training how to fucking run on water. I guess this is a normal feat now. Video how to make. I'll just put anime. Let's see if that clears it up. This is true. He is very light. It's actually ironic too because he has a devil fruit, so just touching seawater should technically affect him. But since he's bones, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird that he could just run on water though, even though he has a devil fruit. That's very weird. I always found that very weird. It's like one of those things that you're is like, oh, it's an outlier, but he can still do it. Yeah, but this is like water walking. I'm talking about like how fast would it like you have to be to actually fucking run on water. Just yeah, like accelerate can also run on water. Yeah. I just had a funny thought. I was like, someone's gonna say Ponyo is like faster than the One Piece characters because it's like, oh, by this logic, Nami should be able to run on water. No, no, that's not how it works, man. Can't just fucking say somebody's fucking. Yeah, okay, so it's Brook. Brook is the fat. Brook would win in a distance race if it fills 50 meters. Brook would come first, Sanji comes second, Luffy come third, right? So I guess this puts base Brook faster than Luffy travel speed, and so I assume this is all in base. I assume this is all in base, right? Like none of them are transforming. Chopper is not going into speed point at all. Now, if this is all them powering up, I mean, that's a different story. But he didn't put no context, right? So you could say Brook is just faster than Luffy in terms of just travel speed, but okay. Back up towards Eno. Eno was raining down a storm, and one of the bolts flew directly at Waver. Luffy and Nami were riding. Look over there at God's Island. The giant beanstalk is falling. Here we go, Luffy. Oh, go kick his ass, Luffy. Tisk tisk. Can't wait to die. So be it then. I'll just tear you and the island to shred first. Ah! Thunderstorm. The thunder strikes her. Okay, this actually helps a lot. Concentrate on God's Island. Yahaha! Trying to force yourselves aboard, are you? Such foolish plan will never work. He is attacking the foundation of the beanstalk directly. If the beanstalk loses its foundation, we won't, no, wait, this is not me. If the beanstalk loses its foundation, we won't be able to get high enough, and we won't reach Enru. God's Island is going to be destroyed. Luffy! Nami! Yahahaha! Even though you are immune to my lightning, you can't stop me. If you can't get here, go back down. Go back down there and wait for the advent of Thunder Rubberman. God. This attack is fucking massive, by the way. Nami, I'm going back up. Mind you, he's grabbing a cloud. Idea Shock makes a good point. He says that Luffy's stretching is technically not. I was actually thinking about this myself. I was like, Luffy's stretching is technically like you could argue it's nigh infinite, or like you could technically say it's infinite. We've never seen an actual limit to his stretching, especially with Culverin. What? You're going down, you wait. You're going down, you stupid big-eared freak! Gomu Gomu Bazooka! Gomu Gomu? Want to try again? I will make the bell ring again, no matter what! Yahahaha! Dream on, scum! I'll be sure to pierce through your heart this time! Go pistol! God. One-shotted. Ain't it ironic that the same golden ball he put on him is the same thing that ends up, like, messing up everything about him? He got one-shotted. He's still fine after this. Spoiler alert. For anyone to genuinely say current Luffy isn't faster, than Luffy is insane. Yeah, this Luffy is definitely faster, if not base speed is lightning level at pre-time skip. With no gears. With gears would make him... The reason why I'm starting with Luffy is because Luffy by himself is going to take, like, a fuck ton of fucking, like... Luffy has so many fucking feats compared to Naruto's speed feats, it's ridiculous. Skypiea made it more than clear that he is far beyond that. Now after that, Luffy in the next arc, after the Davy Bag fight, proves once again that he is far beyond the speed of lightning, and in fact proves to be even faster than light by noticeable amount. Let us take a look at the... I was also saying this as well. Idea Shock also said this as well. We thought we were going to win too, but after that beam hit us, Noto beam, I couldn't move my... No, actually, we could move, but everything was going very, very slow. The boat, the wave. Yeah, when we recovered, the enemy had already won. Any injuries? What did he do? Cheers. That was too easy. Thanks, my neurophoton, asshole. What did you do to Nami-chan and the others? That's Sanji, right? That was too easy. I feel like this motherfucker has like a Meowth voice. That was too easy. Thanks to my neurophoton. Asshole, what did you do to Nami-chan and the others? Neurophoton! It is an atom that was not yet discovered by scientists. Anything from life forms to liquid and air hit by its radiation will not lose any energy, but its physical velocity will decrease dramatically. What kind of crap are you talking about, stupid? He called me stupid. Poor balls. Poor balls. Thing like that is not possible. Not possible? Haven't you learned by now that anything is possible in the great seas? This is fucking true. True. Anyways, anything it hits, slow down. That is the neurophoton. A photon is a beam of light. Oh, why didn't you just say that earlier, two-piece head? Ha! After eating the Noro fruit, I gained the power to emit these photons, and I became the almighty Noro Man. By the way, before anybody says some bullshit and says that, oh, Oda doesn't know anything about science, or he didn't intend for the characters to be this fast. Like, the motherfucker said photons. He could have just said anything. He could have said lasers. He could have just said neural attack. He could have said any other fucking thing. He could have said rays. He could have said beams, lasers. He could have said any other fucking word. He chose photon. A fucking photon. For fuck's sake. That tilts me. People still to this day try to remove this fight. People hate this fucking section of One Piece. They hate it. They hate this entire arc. I thought this arc was hilarious. I've rewatched this arc like 3 times just for the fun of it. Behold, I shall demonstrate my power. Handball. Okay. Foxy's beams are made out of photons. Photons, as I have consistently repeated in my previous posts, are light speed. The photon is a type of elementary part. I imagine the motherfucker that wrote this is like, he's probably speaking kind of fast. The photon is a type of elementary particle. It is the quantum of the electromagnetic field, including electromagnetic radiation, such as light and radio waves, and the force carrier for the electromagnetic force. Photons are massless, and they always move at the speed of light in vacuum. 299,792,458 meters a second. This is stated by Wikipedia Wiki Photon. Could take it as credible source if you wanted to or not, since it's wiki. I sound like a broken record here. I'm going to start screenshotting my answers from other posts. I mean, this is the only fucking way to, like, prove to people how fast Luffy is. I mean, this guy's doing a great job. I actually like this a lot. Broken record. One more time. Foxy's neural beams is made of photons, therefore it moves at the speed of light. Luffy dodges these beams so many times. Engage! Group Puncher! 13! How does it move without legs? As you can see, Luffy's heavily damaged. And this guy's supposed to be shitty, according to a lot of people. I know you're probably thinking, how is this thing supposed to do anything? No beam! Where are you shooting? Look behind you! Hey, who the mirror? Correct. Neural beam gets reflected by mirrors. I've got you. What? Hot! Did I forget to tell you that the punches burn anything they hit? Even the god of the sea would burn. Mirror racket! Whoa! Poi, dawn, go! Behold, the neural marble. Mind you, this motherfucker is a fucking garbage-ass character to a lot of people. He gave Luffy a lot of trouble, which is hilarious, because this guy's attacks alone are, like, beyond, like, anything Luffy has ever experienced, ever. Like, if he gets hit once, he's gonna get punched a lot. Like, the time... I don't know how much time he's going to be slowed down for, but you could see the damage. He's taking a lot of damage, but this is color spread, so you could argue that damage is probably less than this. Damn it, I can't get close to him. And the thing is, these are attacks. Like, it's not that he's moving at the speed of light, it's that his attacks are moving at the speed of light. Like, these attacks, like, they're all light speed. Like, Luffy's right here. You could tell. You can see his legs, right? Luffy's here. Luffy's here, right? And Luffy has to dodge these attacks, right? He has to, right? So it's like... But he can't get close because the attacks are so much. There is no escape from the mirror gorilla combo will burn you to crisp. Ah, I know. The fact that these beams show that the same little spark of light that Kizaru's beams show right before they shoot or shut should help support them actually being light speed beams. I mean, I guess you could say that. So a lot of people would probably argue no. But, I mean, they are light. And Oda did draw these specifically there to represent it. If you notice, like, the Pacifista beams are also the same color as Kizaru's beams as well. Like, he could have chose any other color. Also, it stated that the Kuma beams are based off of Kizaru's fruit, which would also put them at speed of light level. It does say laser beams, but lasers could also be as fast as light, if not faster than light. You have dodged all the beams and punches simultaneously. This would put him, based off of this, if these are all light speed and he's dodging the punches, this puts him above light speed. Damn it! Damn it! I can't get close to him. There's no escape. We'll bring you to. I know these beams. Oh wait, I'm not the same man I was 2 years ago. Oh wait, I'm reading it wrong. Departure. Oh, you're not going anywhere. Departure. Oh, you're not going anywhere. I'm not the same man I was 2 years ago. I've become a full-fledged Marine soldier. I'm gonna capture you here and now. Get a PX-5. Gir segundo. Gomu gomu no. He was getting destroyed up until now, but he didn't just get huge. He got that power. What's going on here? Yeah, I don't understand Uroge's powers. I assume the more damage he... In One Piece Treasure Cruise, the mobile game, the more he gets hit, the more damage he does. If you don't kill him after a certain time, he just one-shots you. In One Piece Treasure Cruise. Burns. That was Kizaru's laser. Vegapunk, in addition to Bartholomew Kuma... Mind you, Drake fucking knows about Vegapunk because he's undercover. In addition to Bartholomew Kuma's body, you reproduce Kizaru's ability. Like, it's light! It's not gonna be fucking impossible to reproduce because it is light. Magma wouldn't be hard to produce if you were using a fucking volcano, right? If you're trying to reproduce somebody's ability, it could be possible. Many abilities are reproduced in different animes. I had no idea that the Pacifistas had developed this far. Not to mention that these Noro beams reflect off mirrors are intangible and are not just drawn like huge chi blast or key blasts and move in a straight path. Should support them being real photons. Pistol Dodo beam. Oh no, what? You could say this puts him like 3-4 times faster than... Death Battle says that Luffy is 13 times the speed of light. When they were like trying to calculate Zoro, and I think they were saying that Zoro and Luffy at base are like relative to one another, which I guess I could agree. I'd probably say Zoro has the edge versus Luffy in base, most likely. If we're taking like current Zoro versus like current Luffy base, I'm probably gonna say Zoro is gonna beat Luffy, most likely, because Zoro has clear advantage. I mean, sharp attacks have never really affected they've never really affected Luffy, but I mean, I'd probably give it to Zoro. If Zoro and Luffy were to fight, like, just 1v1 in base, Luffy's not allowed to go gear 2nd or gear 4th or gear 3rd. Maybe Luffy wins, but it's low. It's low. Like, Zoro's winning just based off of the fact that he just, like, their observation hockey, probably not at the same level. You know, the more I think about it, it's like you could probably argue that Luffy and base could probably dodge all of Zoro's attacks, and all Luffy has to really do is just hit Zoro one really good time. But you could also argue the same thing for Zoro and just say all Zoro has to do is hit Luffy one really good time, and that's it. But back to this. Considering that Luffy dodges a barrage of these, constantly adjusts his speed back and forth between moving faster than the speed of light. Yeah, he's like... Yeah, I mean, yeah, he would have to constantly readjust his speed because he's dodging the punches from the he's dodging the punches from the machine, and he's dodging the beams of light that are being reflected off of the mirror. So getting attacked from two different sides, he would have to like consistently readjust. I mean, I put this at like, if I had to scale it, lowballing it, like low ball, 2 times. You can't say he's just light speed here. You would have to say 2 times. Because the machine is moving slower than light speed, right? So using that logic, he's dodging the punches, which would be easier, and then the light beams are kind of like making that a little bit more difficult. Really, he's only dodging the fucking light beams here. Like, the punches from the machine are probably not even bothering him that much. I'd lowball it at 2 times faster than light speed. You could probably highball this and say he's like 3 or 4 times, though. This is pre-gear Luffy, mind you. Like, no gear second. Speed back and forth, moving faster than light and moving slower than it to not mess up his dodging pattern. In order to successfully dodge everything, shows moving faster than light with no form of precog is something Luffy can casually do. This is true. Luffy's instincts are so insane. Literally, like I said, I'm rewatching One Piece right now. He was able to sense Don Krieg from like, I don't want to say miles away, but there is fog. Mind you, there's fog. I'm gonna set the setting. There's fog, and Luffy just turns around. He's just like, he just like he just senses something. And he's just looking. And then a ship comes. There was nothing there. A ship just comes in the anime. In the anime, a ship just comes. He's able to sense Don Krieg. Like, not to say like Don Krieg has like a power level or anything, but Luffy's instincts are so crazy to me. He's able to sense things so ridiculously at times where it makes no sense to me. But it's an anime, so it's like, say what you want, but like his instincts are kind of crazy, yeah. And the fact that he's able to just get faster and stronger mid-fight is also like another way to prove that, you know, his instincts are so crazy. So tell me, Rubber Boy, where's the next beam gonna come from? Where will the beam shoot from? How should I know, dumbass? How should I know, dumbass? Every target got that same ugly haircut. Did not. Stop lying. You won't be able to walk out of here alive. Noro. Oof. Mind you, that's Luffy right here. Behind him, Gomu. I'm sorry, I just found that funny. It's like, it's literally him just hard stretching. He can blitz Foxy once he didn't have a million extra attacks coming at him simultaneously. That were messing up his movement pattern. Keep in mind, he still successfully dodged all those from before with all this in mind. Okay, so I think I don't need to read no more. I think at this point, like, people are probably going to say, you're defending Luffy way too hard. Okay, I'm just going to go straight on to fucking Naruto before I even make my point. You know what? I'm going to just go to Seth's video. I'm going to put this in the description down below. Seth, the programmer. He makes a really good fucking point. Naruto speed. He makes a really good fucking point of how fast Naruto is. This is a really good video. I'm just gonna skip all this.
Touching up on whether he's light speed and how fast he is
volume.
exactly are two different
Why the
subjects.
fuck can I hear?
I might touch up on exactly how fast he is in a different video, but for today,
okay,
we were going to be touching up on is he fast and light in the war arc? Not.
I'm gonna put a link to this video in the description down below.
I'm gonna be saving that for a Sasuke video. I'm actually gonna be doing. I'm touching up on adult Sasuke. You know, from the whole thing that you should.
Yeah, yada yada.
So let me read this for you in the data book. Okay.
Yes,
this technique, Sage Art Storm Release Light Fang, a ninjutsu used by those who gain the 6 paths power. They emit
like a sharp and pointed fang. It cuts things with the speed of light, making it impossible for the enemy to evade
a beam of light to bisect their enemy.
Making it impossible. This is not true because Naruto dodges it.
Like a sharp and pointed fang.
I think what they should have said was making it very unlikely for the enemy to evade even one swing.
It cuts all
not
things
impossible.
with the speed of light.
Naruto dodged this.
For the enemy to evade even one swing, which is kind of ironic considering Naruto is dodging it in the same exact panel.
Exactly.
But let's go over what this is. In the anime, Naruto is coming at Madara. He has a staff out. He's trying to slam Madara with his staff. And I think one of Madara's limbo clones catches him or something. And then Madara tries to shoot Naruto.
Mind you, he has the balls around him, and Naruto doesn't use it. Like, he's right there. Naruto could have just thrown a ball at him, but he didn't do that.
And
I love how people always say, Naruto's attacks are how is Luffy gonna be able to stop the truth-seeking orbs, right? Isn't he right in Madara's face? Why doesn't he just throw truth-seeking orbs? It's not gonna affect him. But
by the time
he could have thrown it. He could have thrown it though.
Light Fang hits Naruto's staff.
But he's reacting to this.
Okay, so
the thing is that Naruto's only reacting to this. So in his head, he can't be okay, I'm gonna use one of the truth-seeking orbs to hurt him, right? The Limbo clones can stop this staff made out of what? Truth-seeking orb energy, whatever the fuck it's called.
That means that this Light Fang that goes at the speed of light is right in front of Naruto's fucking face, and he hasn't moved. Then, in the next frame, Naruto is out of the way.
This is true.
Naruto moves his head out of the way before the Light Fang can move even 3 fucking inches to hit him. Naruto moves his whole
There's no point in me saying this is true. I'm just agreeing just to agree. I agree to show people that I agree. I agree.
Catch Naruto with it because apparently it cuts through everything or something. But what this means is
Seth also states that Naruto could be even much faster based on the fact that Madara gets stronger. He gets a second Renegon Eye, making him stronger. He gets the Shari Renegon, whatever the fuck it's called, the third eye awakening from his godly powers, right? He rips off that little crown he has, right? And then Kaguya is even stronger than him, right? To one point, Seth even states, if I'm correctly, I don't want to misquote him, but I'll paraphrase. I'll say, he says around the lines Naruto says he's going to go all out. And he ends up swapping blows with Kaguya, right? I think Seth is trying to imply that Naruto's probably much faster than this, right? He can become much faster than this. I would agree. I would give Naruto, if I had to lowball it, he's 2 times the speed of light. If not, I'd even if I highballed it, I'd probably say this Naruto right here is probably 3 or 4 times faster than the speed of light in terms of reaction speed.
Naruto not only moved faster than light in that scenario, he reacted faster than light.
Oh, 2 to 3
I want you to think about it like this. That attack is going as fast as light. Okay? That means Naruto, he saw light. He saw light before light could touch him. Let that sink in for a minute.
I like how he's saying it very slowly so that people that are mentally, like, slow can actually understand this. Like, I was trying to do this before. I was trying to explain to somebody that this is Naruto at his strongest right now, right? So for him to dodge this beam of light, it's funny that he's saying it this way too, because I was trying to say it the exact same way. I'm like, his eyes have to see this attack, then his brain has to process it, his body then has to move away from this attack in order for him to dodge this attack. So he is faster than light.
I really want you to...
But if I say it that fast, some of y'all won't understand what the fuck I'm saying. Like, you guys are just gonna go off to some crazy shit and just say, well, Naruto is universal, and therefore he's gonna beat Luffy. Easy fight, right? But you gotta understand. Look how hard he's moving out of the way right now. Like, yeah, this is last second, and yes, I am agreeing that he is dodging light here. Yeah, I'm giving him, like, I'm highballing him and saying he's 4 times faster than light in this scenario, right? Or he could be 4 times faster as he continues to fight Kaguya, and then he then scraps with, like, Sasuke, right? But just because he's dodging this attack doesn't mean he's faster than Luffy. Like, it doesn't mean he's much faster than Luffy. Like, mind you, like, I don't want to seem like an asshole, but this is Naruto at his strongest. Luffy in base mode is fucking dodging light. He's reacting to it. Like, it's not a contest of speed at this point. Like, it's ridiculous.
Think about that. Contemplate that for a minute. Naruto moved out of the way and noticed.
I want to see. I just want to see what he says. I want to see. I want to see if he, like, highballs his speed. Whatever speed. Whatever speed Seth gives Naruto, I'll most likely believe it, because the way Seth speaks is very coherent. Like, it's very understandable. He's not saying anything that's, like, fucking crazy. If he's saying something, he's gonna either say it's headcanon. Even if Seth said it was headcanon, I'd probably agree and say it's possible.
It's faster than light reaction speed.
Because Seth is reasonable.
No matter what you say, that means Naruto, his brain had to move fast and light. His muscles had to move fast and light.
Yes.
His whole body had to get into gear.
Yes,
to
correct.
Move out of the way before light could just touch
I agree.
Even his eyes. His eyes.
Yes! I agree!
Fast and light.
Fucking hell!
Because people hate Naruto. You know how it is. But people were like,
I don't hate Naruto.
Manga,
I just accept facts.
Well, it did happen in the manga. But people think it's different. Okay, so in the manga, there wasn't like some frame-by-frame animation to show you what fucking happened. In the manga, it was like,
it's different.
Naruto's coming at this dude. And then all of a sudden he stops. He's like, what the fuck?
That's another thing. Animation is different from the manga. In the manga, everything is, like, ridiculously fast. Everything in the manga is happening in, like milliseconds, petaseconds, fucking nanoseconds. Everything is happening ridiculously fast in the manga, right? And when you look at animation, you gotta understand, animation could be wrong sometimes. Like, if you look at the manga of One Piece and the animations in One Piece, it's not the same. It's not. It's really not the same. It's just not the same. They're animating it differently. And depending on the animator, they can animate it differently. So that's why a lot of people like to go off just manga alone.
And then
me, I go off both.
You just see, like, him trying to cut Naruto's head off. Like, you didn't see him, like, shoot the beam out in front of Naruto like you did in the anime. It was just like, it just went like, okay, I'm stopped. All of a sudden, Naruto's ducking this beam. You know, it's kind of like, what the hell just happened? The anime, all it did was just kind of like, okay, this is exactly what happened, because this is really vague, and if you're trying to animate this, you have to draw like this. Now, a lot of people were like, well, he didn't dodge the beam, he just dodged Madara.
You would have to draw like this. It makes sense.
And for a while, I agree. Was like, you know, that's a good argument. Maybe that's true.
Wait.
Then when I
what did he say?
Again,
what did he say?
I was like, you know, that's a good argument.
Wait.
The beam. A lot of people were like, well, he didn't dodge the beam. He just dodged Madara, who was trying to cut his head off with the beam. And for a while, I was like, that's a good argument. Maybe that's true.
I I don't like the way Seth said that, because that kind of confuses me. I'm not that smart, so maybe he's trying to say it a little bit differently. I think what he should have said is, since Madara is moving his head in like a diagonal position, all Naruto has to do is like react, but that would be kind of difficult, right? Because the beam is kind of just shooting out in the distance, and then he has to then dodge it, right? But that's kind of weird saying that like his head, like Madara's head movement, like Madara's head movement is not light speed. The speed of Madara's head, you could probably say, is like the turn speed of his head is not moving at light speed. The attack itself is moving light speed, but now you could argue, you could say maybe it's the attack itself hitting Naruto is probably a little bit slower, because Madara has to actually turn his head to actually hit you with it. He actually has to move his body. So I think that's what he's trying to say. So I'll restate what I just said. I think what the argument this person that Seth is talking about, he's saying like the attack is moving light speed, yes, but Madara has to move his head, which wouldn't be light speed in it of itself. He's kind of just turning his head, which you could argue is much slower than the speed of light. So all Naruto would really have to do is be faster than what Madara is. So all you would have to do is be faster than Madara turning his head in one direction, really. So I'll say it again. I'll say it one more time. You would only have to be faster than Madara turning his head in the diagonal position in order to dodge this attack. Because the beam of light, what I assume this person is trying to say, is that since the beam of light is going straight, right? Let's say the beam of light is like passing me, right? It's right here. He still has to turn his head. The attack is still moving at the speed of light in one direction. Remember that. He would still have to turn his entire head for him to like completely slice my neck off. Which I understand. I understand what the person is trying to say. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. I didn't think about it that way. I kind of just looked at it just being a light speed feat, and that's it. I guess you could argue that, but I'm still going to give it light speed. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to highball it. Fuck it.
But then when I looked at it again, I realized something. Madara was aiming directly at Naruto. Like, his face was looking straight at him, okay? His face was looking right at him.
Okay.
And then, as you notice, he cut through the staff first, okay?
True.
Right in front of his face. So all the anime is saying is that the beam shot directly at Naruto's staff that was right in front of his face.
In the anime, they do.
The manga doesn't contradict this at all. The manga is just vague. If anything, the manga is just vague as fuck, and the anime just kind of cleared it up. Like, because if you were reading the manga for the first time, you're like, what the hell is this?
I'd agree.
The anime is not contradicting the manga whatsoever. If anything, it's just supporting it, and it's honestly does it a way better job than the original source material. And then when people hear that, they're like, that's an outlier. I'm like, oh god, here we go. You know, like I said, people hate Naruto, man. They just can't let it go. Let's go into why it's not an outlier. Might Guy, okay. Might Guy was so fucking fast that he started to bend and warp space. Let that sink in. Started to bend space.
Okay, so somebody I was talking to actually mentioned this point, and I was like, you do realize you wouldn't understand what the fuck that means. Like, if you said this, you could make a great assumption and just say he's beyond light speed here, because since light is confounded by the constrictions of space and time, since he is able to affect space, right? Since he's able to bend space around him, he is technically breaking a part of it, like a part of the constrictions of the third dimension itself, and therefore he is faster than light. But you could argue, my guys,
which could also be indirectly bending time as well, since space and time are linked. But
I also agree on this as well. You could say this is like a fourth dimensional feat. You can highball the fuck out of this and say right now my guy's like fourth dimensional. He's like above third dimension in terms of power right now. He's literally fucking space, right? So you could say he's faster than light too, right? And he does hit Madara, but Madara also says he's fucking around, right?
bend space.
So does this put Madara also above third dimension?
Impossible to
Yeah,
like just bend space with speed.
You could highball it. I wouldn't mind.
When you go a certain speed, you reach a certain mass.
So I'm gonna read this.
The increase in inertial mass is part of a more general phenomenon. The relativistic equivalence of mass and energy. If one adds energy to a body, one automatically increases its mass. If one takes energy away from it, one decreases its mass. In the case of acceleration, the object in question gains kinetic energy, movement energy, and this increases in energy automatically means an increase in mass.
So I think this is what this is trying to say is I guess what this is trying to say, if you remove mass, you're gaining more speed, and if you put mass, you're adding more energy. So adds energy if you're adding mass, increases kinetic energy if you're decreasing mass.
And when you reach a certain mass, you can bend space. Now, the only thing in nature that really bends space is a black hole. I'm not saying that Mike Guy has the mass of a black hole. Okay. Because if he did, you couldn't see him. You wouldn't be able to see him at all. And on top of that, he'd be obliterating everything around him. But he is relativistic to at least being at least light speed. He's at least relativistic in speeds, no matter what you think. Because to reach a mass capable of distorting space-time around him would require near light speed, travel, if not far greater, considering, black holes actually fucking ass rape light. You know what I'm saying? Light can't even escape a black hole. So he's at least relativistic, actually massively relativistic, lowballing. A lot of people say he's probably like 17 magnitudes below a black hole, but he's still at least massively relativistic. And then Madara is reacting to this guy. He's like, Madara could have killed Mike Guy numerous times in their fight, by the way, if he didn't get
Whatever happens, just keep plunging straight ahead, guy.
saved. So Madara's coming at this guy, throwing true-seeking orbs, blocking him, whatever the fuck. And on top of this, other shinobi like Lee and Minato are also reacting to these massively hypersonic movements. Like, Lee was able to throw a kunai in front of Mike Guy. That means he was able to perceive massively hypersonic travel. Minato, point blank.
Some people think Mike Guy is faster than Luffy, and some people would probably say
this kunai is probably faster than anything that Luffy has ever done.
Teleported in front of Mike Guy and was able to activate his jutsu again before Mike Guy even moved an inch, while going massively hypersonic speeds. And it's just shit like that you really need to consider. It's not an outlier at all. And so Madara was reacting to this guy. And then you have a data book stating that Naruto is faster than Madara in his Ten Tails form. There's actually a data book that says this. Now, I'm not going to read the whole damn thing, but I'll read 3 of the headers for you. So the first one says, the caster of the six paths mode has an unconscious automatically ability to like fly or levitate. The second caption says, kicking a true seeking orb, surpassing Kurama mode. His vast chakra lets him perform, kicking this shit. The third caption says, his reaction speed meets or exceeds that of Madara in his Ten Tails Jinchuriki form. It's the height of sensory ability. Naruto would, without a doubt, be able to react to Might Guy if Madara could. Now, I mean, Madara was getting his shit kicked in, but Naruto's faster than him, and Naruto is also more of a taijutsu kind of fighter. He's more like raw senjutsu and your force, where Madara is kind of more like hacksy and relies on the Sharingan. He's
Yeah.
more about like the dojutsu and eye abilities, whereas Naruto's more about the body and the physical power. So Naruto would be able to fight against 8 Gates guy. You'd probably be able to react to him and dodge him even.
Yeah.
That right there is enough proof to say Naruto is light speed. It really is. I mean, the data book says it, and the name of the technique is Sage Art Light Fang. Now, another thing about the Sage Arts is that Sage
I like how he says that. Because he's also said the name of the attack doesn't mean that it does what the attack is doing. But there are some cases you could say it. I think he also says it doesn't mean it's always the exact same. So like Big Bang attack is not literally a fucking Big Bang. It's not as strong as it's just the name of an attack, right? We're not sure unless the author perceives that attack to be as strong as a Big Bang. Like we don't know. We would have to ask Akira Toriyama, himself. But I like how he says that it's kind of ironic that he says oh, the name of the attack doesn't always mean that that's what the attack does, but in this case it does. So it's kind of funny how he doesn't mention it here.
Arts uses nature. Sage Arts uses senjutsu, which is natural energies. So if he's using storm release, which is light energy, then he is using light itself to amplify his attack.
Not saying he's
Have you
contradicting
seen
himself
anything
by
like
saying
that before, where Sasuke uses natural light?
Just saying
to
that he
amplify
has
his
said that
attacks
before.
and be
I guess you
actual
could say it's a
lightning speed?
contradiction.
Then Madara literally just took light
I'm not
and
sure.
made it
I don't want to
damaging.
quote it, so
It was light speed. I mean, lore-wise, data book-wise, and feat-wise, it was just light speed, and there's no arguing against it. It's not an outlier either, because Might Guy was literally just fucking warping time-space by running, alright? That takes a considerable amount of speed and mass, so he's just light speed, man. There's no argument, and there's even lesser characters that have been stated to be like light speed. Like, you have Haku, who is stated to be like light speed when he's going all out. Against Sasuke and Naruto, he wasn't going all out, obviously, because he was suppressing himself. But when you look at Haku even, it was stated he was light speed just by, in the data books, and it was also stated by himself that he just reflects the light off the mirrors to transport himself. So he's literally just transporting himself with light. Okay, and then, so he's fucking with Sasuke and Naruto. He's not going all out. Okay, Naruto and Sasuke are not light speed at this point. They're like sound level at best. So he's just fucking with them. So what he did with them wasn't even necessary or relevant. But Kakashi, the same guy that had cut lightning in half, possibly on his return stroke, which could be very fast, Kakashi was point blank to Zabuza, running at him at the speed of lightning, possibly greater, and Haku blitzes him from across the battlefield instantaneously. Which means even Haku could be light speed. Then you have characters like Raikage saying he's the fastest shinobi alive and shit. There's just a shit ton of light speed stuff in Naruto. I mean, it's crazy because it's such.
Yes, and I say the exact same thing about One Piece, and people are like, "No, outliers," or "This is not true. This is cap, fake," right? Like if I'm gonna give you a fucking do I have a fucking pen nearby? I will fucking hell. I broke this pen. Son of a bitch. Well, what I was gonna do was I was gonna write big fucking numbers just to show you. Literally, if I'm calculating Luffy's fucking speed, right? Show you that I'm not you could highball it and say he's times 100 faster than speed of lightning. Death Battle says Luffy's times 13. I think I forget so I'm gonna just show it, because if I don't show it, then people are gonna piss me off and tell me Zoro. What is it? Zoro speed. You could say this is wrong. I mean, I could show you an idea shock video. You could also debunk him and say that what he's saying is wrong. But Zoro also scales to light speed as well. So I'm just showing you something that they said. I'm just gonna highball it. This is just a highball. Let me see. What was it? Is it this? Is this the only death battle he has? I just want to see the speed. I'm gonna also link this as well.
Oh, shut up, Wiz. Badasses don't care about safety.
Regardless, with the three-sword style, Zoro can perform several unique attacks. Entire compressed.
How the hell did he do that?
It's just one way to put it. In addition to his skills with a blade, Zoro is able to use Haki, a mysterious power that every living
Chocolate and vanilla
Haki.
That's vanilla.
Of course. Which in some ways is similar to Spider
Flavor is armament hut.
has been a
Iced him
ever deployed hydrogen
seemed in.
intense pain.
How the hell is.
Battle with Kuma, a bear man because this is One Piece, Zoro took on not only his own pain from near death, but also Luffy's, despite being told that doing so would surely kill him. But it just didn't.
And he doesn't even brag about it.
Zoro is
Has the world's sense of.
I think Zoro would be more of a lone. It's his friend,
To meet you, beat you.
a town called
On with.
Keep Him Fighting.
I set sail.
What the fuck is it that they...
You mean Monkey D. Luffy, who brought Zoro onto his crew of Straw Hat Pirates.
Actually worked out pretty well since
He was already a master.
he created for you. Also, go.
Doesn't seem very safe.
Oh, shut up. How many is she packing? Hey, it's
Mixing and matching
meant she's. Oh, it's just.
Sorry, lady.
could react to projectiles flying over 5.
Where the hell is that shipyard?
Jesus! Talk.
In the past, the eye could see. U.S. Air Force tests have shown that a well-trained human eye can consistently spot and recognize an image in 1/220th of a second. So, in this case, Zoro would have had to move from point A to point B, which is about 57 feet, in 4.5 milliseconds. That's close to 9,000 miles per hour.
Than a boat anyway. And there's
Options.
blast which destroyed that island.
That's about 6,000 times bigger than through Zoro's 9-sword style illusion. It couldn't prevent him from.
Cost of less
Zoro has trained with
blending.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to the idea shock video where he says it. YouTube. Trying to fucking find this bullshit. Okay, let me just go to YouTube.
Grammarly helps make your writing clear and concise.
No, it's not this one. Oh, it was Sanji versus Rocky. Okay, my bad.
Hello Internet, Jojo here, and welcome to the first installment of How Death Battle Did It. This also might be the last installment, as not even I know if I'm going to make another one. Or numbers that they talk about. That Sanji scaled to Luffy's speed, and that, in this scene, Luffy showed that he could move about 13 times the speed of light.
Okay, so he doesn't really say how this is the case, but I mean, the manga kind of just, like, after I showed you what I showed you, like, Luffy's already pre-time skip, like, twice, if not 3 times faster than, you know, he's either 2 or 3 times faster than the speed of light there. And then you could argue he's 4 times faster if you're highballing it, right? So, Gear 2nd Luffy multiplies his speed by like 4 or 5 times. So if we're using a fucking calculator, right? 2 times 4 would still be fucking 8. Doesn't matter. Like, I know it's just basic fucking math, but the reason why I pulled out the calculator is because if you're taking this number, right? If you take 13 times, right? You could say Gear 2nd is multiplying his speed by times 5, right? Why is it times 5? Because let's look at the scaling for it. Doriki levels. So I'm gonna show you, right? So Bluno has 820, Rob Luigi has 420. If I use a calculator, I'm just gonna divide that real quick. This is gonna equal something. Okay. 4,000, and then divided by 820. About 5 times, right? That's where I'm getting this number from, right? So you could be very specific and just say, right? Just say 4.8 times, right? Most people are probably gonna take this fucking huge ass number, right? So if you took 13 times, multiplied it by 5, right? Or my bad. Oh shit. 13 times 5, you get 65, right? And then Gear 4th multiplies his power and or speed by also another 3 times. This puts Luffy at 195 times the speed of light. If we're just taking the calculations stated by Idea Shock and or Death Battle, right? And Luffy is proven to be shown to go faster than like pre-time skip, right? And this is post-time skip Luffy, right? Mind you, this was done February 9th. This was, what, a month ago that he made this video? I don't even think this is taking everything into consideration, like, currently. I think they're just scaling. I mean, Sanji is also stated by Oda that, you know, he is, you know, relevant to, like, he's like near equivalent to Luffy in terms of speed, and he was also able to dodge Katakuri's attacks with the jelly beans, but you could say, you know, that's a lot easier. But my point is, if you're just calculating that shit, right, just the way these guys are scaling it, right? Me, I lowball, so this is a high ball. Let's just say this is, people scale in the thousands of times, so be happy that I'm not doing that. I'll put it to you. I'll put it to you in very simplistic terms, right? So Naruto at his best, you know what? I'll be generous. I'll give him a 6, right? He's 6 times faster than the speed of light. I'm a low ball the fuck out of Luffy and just say he's 2 times the speed of light, right? Let's say post time skip Luffy's 2 times the speed of light. And let's say Wano Luffy is also speed of light. He's just 2 times faster than the speed of light. Gear 2 and 4 would still multiply him times 10. And then times 3 would still put him at times 30. So it's like I don't know what you want me to say. Like Luffy is 5 times faster than fucking Naruto. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I'm sorry, but the facts are facts, bro. Like, I'm not even taking this number. I'm not even taking the 13. I lowballed Luffy to literally 2 times the speed of light. And he's still faster than Naruto. But I'm gonna end it here. If you like the video, if you dislike the video, you already know what to do. You can hate as much as you want. You know, talk shit in the comment section down below. I'll reply to everything. Hopefully, either that or I'll make another video. Next video, I'm gonna try to do power because speed and power are very important. But I like always doing speed first because I think speed is very important in fights. If you don't have speed to hit something that is fucking faster than you, you are not going to hit it. I'll repeat myself again. If you are not fast enough, if you aren't fast enough to hit something that is faster than you, you can't hit it. So even if Naruto is universal, like Goku, right? Goku's universal. But what happens when he fought Hit? Hit was beating his ass. Hit was able to Yes, Hit has hacks ass powers. Yes, he does. He does. But just because you're a universal, right, just because you have universal AP scaling, destruction scaling, doesn't mean you're gonna win the fucking fight. Like, fucking hell. Just because you have fucking ultimate power. Like, speed is important in a fight. Like, straight up. Straight up. Like, Naruto beat Momoshiki. Right? Who's stated to be star level. Right? So does that make Naruto stronger than Momoshiki? No. You could probably say that Momoshiki is fucking slower than fucking Naruto. Right? Because weren't the Hokages fighting fucking Momoshiki? And then he had to absorb the other guy? If I'm capping, you could tell me I'm capping. But I'm just telling you from how I see it at this point. I'm just telling you how I fucking see it. Like, all I'm saying is, if Naruto can't hit Luffy in this fight, then I don't see how the fuck Luffy's gonna lose. I'm sorry. Like, straight up. If you wanna, like, I'm just saying, you know, at this point, there's no point in me even fucking talking anymore. I'm a head out. Deuces, goodbye. You already know what to do.